They said it couldn't be forever, wouldn't be forever. The grain ain't enough, you gotta mix it with the level. The grind ain't enough, you gotta mix it with the hate. When it's all over, what would I say? Forever in a day, forever in a day.
Hey, mic check. What's going on? Welcome back to Social Complex. We are officially here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depending on what time you're actually listening to this show. You are now tuned in, man. What's up with everybody? What's going on?
Everything is good. How y'all doing?
Hey.
Gucci.
You Gucci? We got some stuff to talk about, man. Hey, man. Well, like before we even start, man, shout outs to our news anchor, man, Janelle Fort. Without her, I would have probably still been stuck in traffic, man. Traffic is, well, if like you're in Houston, and I think by the time you're still listening to this, whether it's that Wednesday, that Thursday, or Friday, Houston's going to be shut down, man, for quite some time.
Okay, don't be dramatic. Houston is not going to be shut down.
Houston's major.
Part of it.
Yeah.
Which freeway?
A major 45.
Yeah, 45 is major, yeah?
Yes, but it's not Houston.
It's
we
Houston.
still got to where we needed to be today, okay?
Barely. Like, I thought it was going to be
it's
stuck.
It's like an extra 15 minutes.
Hey, 15 minutes can go a long way for somebody who's impatient.
You just have to play in. That's it. But shout out to Janelle, because she did send out the information as a reminder, because I forgot.
Yeah, man. Also, man, I'm like kind of upset, man. Honestly speaking, me and Jay, we should actually be flying back or be driving back from like New Orleans right now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm highly upset right now.
And I'm gonna be absolutely honest.
Uh-huh.
I really don't remember any. I remember there was a conversation with a man who was 42.
42, yeah.
And I just remember he said he had a daughter that was 19, and I was like, that's way too much for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
Wait, time out. I'm sorry. I was trying to pretend like I caught what you were saying just now. He said he was 19?
He has a daughter that's 19.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
But, I mean, before we get into it, one thing I'm going to say about guys who are older, or just, men in like their 30s and plus, yo.
No, you say 40s and plus.
Nah, 30s, because, I mean, most guys in their 30s, I would hope, or I'm like speaking for like myself as well. When you see somebody, like you're going to talk to them, yo.
Okay.
Yeah, because there was somebody, we went to Davenport's, and there was somebody that, every time when me and Jay go out, there's always going to be like an epic night or like a story to tell. But while we were chilling, we was laughing, talking, or whatnot, and I noticed there was a guy looking at her, and I'm just like, okay, like my dude, like she's not with me. We are showing friendly vibes, and you know what I'm saying?
But guys don't know that.
I mean, you can tell if a girl and a guy are together at a certain point. Like, there's going to be touching and stuff like that. Okay, and we don't, like, we sit facing each other, but it's like we're not touching each other. It's not like I'm leaning in to whisper in his ear or anything like that. So it's not, there's a different dynamic when someone's on a date with someone, when someone's hanging out with someone.
Yeah.
So he was taking a long time to decipher.
And at one point, I actually caught him. So, I kind of pulled Jay to the side. I'm like, hey, Jay, man, there's like a guy, trying to get at you. And I've noticed this guy before because I know me and Jay, we went to Davenport's around Fairview, TSU, like a homecoming.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't never like forget like a face. I'm like, oh, that's the same guy. She said, oh, yeah, it is. So my whole thing is like, bro, technically you've already approached this woman before, so you should, feel free to, talk to her. He didn't talk to her. So around that same time, there's the 42-year-old. The 42-year-old, I guess he hears me and Jay's conversation, and he's looking at the guy, and, I guess from that point on, he took it upon himself to, spit game, which even though it may have been corny or whatnot, I mean, I really wasn't there for, like, the game talking, but, he did his thing, right?
It's going to sound really bad.
Uh-huh.
I do not remember.
How much did you drink, yeah?
You saw everything that I drank that night.
Yeah,
okay, so this is backstory. I was sick all week. Like,
very much so.
Since last Saturday. So Saturday, it literally, I felt better on Thursday morning.
Mm-hmm.
But my body wasn't 100% better, so I probably shouldn't have been hanging out. I should have just been at home. Trying to yeah. So I got my feelings about some shit on Thursday.
But like you needed it though. I mean, that was like a therapy.
Yeah, I had a really rough week.
Mm-hmm.
I got in my feelings about some shit on Thursday, and it started off with a sake bomb. And usually when it comes to a sake bomb, the bottle that I order, it can give you about 4 drinks. Yep. And so usually I'll do 2 and then I'll share. But you know, my partner right here, my buddy, is not drinking. So I drank them all by myself.
She did pour me.
They sneak up on you.
But no, like she did pour me one at like raw sushi, and I'm not gonna lie, it was in front of me.
He smelled it.
So y'all were getting on me last time. I was smelling like the drink.
It.
Yeah, I was smelling the drink. But every time I went to drink, I was like, nah, I can't do it, man.
Yeah, so I drank all of them. Mind you, on an empty stomach, which was really stupid. And then we went to Davenport's, where there is literally a 2-drink maximum because every drink at Davenport's is a double. So I had 2 Godfathers. So by the time that man was talking to me, I don't know. I just remember something about New Orleans. I remember him saying he was 42 and he had a daughter that was 19.
Well, let me just pick up like the backstory then. So, for the like dialogue that went on, he was talking to us. You know, I think he controls or he works for Houston Energy. I think so. Everything that goes around like Houston, he is in like, you know what I'm saying, complete like control of that. From San Francisco. I was like, okay, yeah. So, you know, guy has some money. My eyes were like, oh, guy has some money.
I'm glad you got excited because I was like,
okay.
So why do you think he had money? Because he was from San Francisco.
I've never met anybody.
Energy.
Yeah, I mean, if you listen to like his backstory, then he says from San Francisco, Silicon Valley. I'm like, yeah.
Oh,
bro.
yeah. This. Yeah,
and then
okay.
it's like the West Coast. Exactly. So I'm like, yo, like the man has some money. I'm like, come on, B. And like the way he, like his whole game, like you can tell he wasn't just no scrub. Like a scrub is somebody, in my opinion, who goes somewhere, who probably dresses up all nice, trying to smell good. At the end of the day, 1, he probably can't afford a drink. 2, he's probably just sitting there looking at nothing. And 2, he's probably looking at a girl, never trying to even, you know, have like a conversation. And Jourdan, as she stated several times, she's old school. She's not going to approach you. You're going to approach her.
A scrub rides in the passenger side of his best friend's ride.
Yeah, true.
Trying to holler at me. Yes.
Exactly. No, it's just true. So, you know, he started talking to her, and then in the midst of everything, I guess he was feeling everybody's vibe. I was ready to go by that time. You know, it's past my bedtime. I'm an old, you know what I'm saying, turd. 11 o'clock hits. It's time for me to go to bed. I'm trying to get Jay's attention. He's like, hey, man, you know, why don't y'all come out with me to, like, New Orleans? I'm going to fly y'all out, you know?
Wow.
Everything's on me. And I'm like, well, shit, man, let me call my job real quick and tell them, hey, I'm sick for the next couple of days. I can't come in. You know what I'm saying? I'm really contemplating, but everything's on Jay right now. Jay's like, I don't know you like that. I'm like, Jay, but I'm going to be there. So, yeah, you know him like that right now.
Yeah, but you're not the one. It's free for you. It's not free for me.
No.
She put the quotations for you, my nigga.
It's free for you, but it's not free for me. I mean, think about it. Y'all had this conversation about dudes flying chicks out, correct?
Yeah.
And
expectations, though.
So you just gonna use me for a free trip to NOLA?
No, but I mean, I was gonna make sure you weren't gonna do anything, though. Like, come on now.
How are you gonna make sure I'm not gonna do anything?
Because you're gonna be with me half the time. Nah,
a chaperone,
right?
Yeah, she's good. No, she's good. Yeah. I'm not gonna let like my homegirl, you know what I'm saying, take one for the team. That's almost like that show that I watched last night, Fry. Yeah, have y'all seen that yet?
No, I've seen the clip about the water.
Yeah, about the water clip, you know. Oh, boy asked him, hey, you got to take one for the team real quick. Yeah. The man asked him to suck some dick, you know, so he get some water running.
Nah, he was about to go do it.
He really was. That man took a clean shower, mouthwash, to go suck some dick. Nah, I'm not letting my homegirl Jay do that. You know what I'm saying?
We would not be friends. We're not friends. You're not gonna have me do that. No, he called me that night.
He did.
He did. He called me. Shit. He called me that night. I didn't answer. And then he texted me the next morning. I haven't responded yet. Damn. I know. I
was actually going to hit him up today.
But you know what? He gave you his number?
Yeah.
What's his name?
What are you going to call him for?
So we go like to brunch. So we get like a free brunch.
Oh my God.
We get a free brunch. What you mean? Hey.
You shooting the shot?
Come on. Hey, I'm shooting my shot for free lunch.
This is my question. What's his name?
I can find out right now for you.
Because I don't know his name.
All right, let's see.
And that was part of it. I was like, I don't even remember what he looks like. This is how the robust shit happened. I don't remember what he looks like, and I don't know his name. And I think it's great that you want to fly me to New Orleans, but
I don't know your name.
Yeah.
So does he live here or was he visiting from somewhere?
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay.
I was
Jeff.
Jeff.
Yeah, his name is Jeff.
See?
Jeff from San Francisco. Silicon Valley.
I'll text him today and
just
see
call
what
him San Fran.
San Fran.
He's like, you left me on red for 2 days.
Damn.
Wow.
It was Friday morning. He texted me Friday morning like 8 a.m.
You know, there's a way. You know what? Well, I mean, people already know it. So who am I kidding? You know, there's a way to read like a message without them knowing that it's red.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay,
You just have to look at your notification.
Oh, I just pressed a little button and it pops up real quick. All right, cool.
No,
you think that's aggressive? An 8 o'clock text?
I think
on the
grown.
next day.
I mean, realistically, in real life, if I'm not working right now, but if I was working, I would be at work, so I would be able to respond. But I mean, if we were in college, I'd be like, oh, he's thirsty. It's too early. But I mean, at this point, most people get up between 5 and 6, so 8 o'clock is like a normal time.
Yeah, definitely.
You can communicate and text with someone.
He also invited us to this coffee shop where they, I guess they have the like liquid weed or
the CBD. Yeah. Oh, maybe that's why he's here because that just opened.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to go do that. I wanted to go do that. I was looking at that the other day.
After the show.
I am not dressed to meet any man. Do you see what I'm wearing?
You're not trying to meet any men right now.
No. I'm not inviting him. We can go.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, not no. This is not date attire. I look like I've been sick all week.
Long story short, man, the man offered us a free drive. I mean, or a free flight. You know what I'm saying? Like that flight would have been epic. You know, like
yeah. Now I had to put out for it.
Not even.
Yeah.
Me and like you know what I'm saying. Juice would have been there. Yeah.
Juice is not going to help. No,
yeah,
Juice would be like, go ahead and get your sister. We need drinks. Juice does not care. No.
Hey man, but like the man was, putting out for us. Like me personally, I mean, I'm not putting.
He seemed very nice.
He was.
He did seem very nice. He offered to buy drinks and stuff like that. But I'm weary with that. Like you can't just. I don't get excited about money.
Well, I mean, I don't think he was showing off. I just think that he
sounds like a swinger.
But he's about like his shit. Like he's not.
He invited both of y'all.
That is true, though. He didn't say you got any other homegirls. He was like, y'all want to go? Hey, that is true.
Hey, I'm not sucking no dick, man. No. Hey, I'm not putting no mouthwash. I ain't taking no shower.
Not over here.
I would have called my mom ASAP. Hey, this is my routing number. This is my account number. Get my money. Fly me a new ticket, y'all.
Now.
No, that just doesn't excite me. Like, you like, oh, I'm going to fly you here. Like, that's great. But how many people you fly out?
I've only flown out one girl so far in my whole entire life. I've only flown out like one woman.
I mean, I've been flown out, but it was somebody that I knew. You know what I mean? And so, like, for you to be a stranger and for you to be like, hey, I'm going to fly you out.
Right.
What's wrong with you?
But how many times do you get that in like your lifetime? I mean, this is
it's as crazy as it sounds, and I don't know if it's because it's like the new thing to do a lot.
Oh man, my money's not there where I can just fly anybody out. My money's there where I can plan to fly you out. Like let me plan it, but hey, come fly me out real quick. Now I'm good.
Well, no, not like impromptu. Like hey, on this date, what are you doing?
But no, he was impromptu. Like hey, let's go this weekend.
I mean,
like we would have been coming back right now. Hey, Marcus,
you like at the bar.
Yeah, like, hey, let's go right now. I'm all right, bet. Hey, Jay, we going right now. Get some mouthwash. Take a shower real quick. We going.
Take some mouthwash. Take a shower, really?
But no, man. Besides our weekend, man, how'd yours go? I hope it was kind of, mouth washing.
Not as
It's been cool, man. I got my son with me this weekend, so hanging out with him. Took him to a basketball game Friday night.
He made like 4 shots in a row.
Yeah. He's really into hooping, so took him to my niece's basketball game. She's a senior, so it was a senior night, and then Saturday just hung out, got haircuts. Actually took him to the park so he could hoop again.
Okay.
Like last night, we was hooping outside, the lights on in the park. So, but just been chilling, nothing major.
All right, man.
Yeah. What about you?
Nothing, man. We just been chilling, having a good time, man. Me and Jay went out. After that, honestly speaking, I've honestly just been chilling. I've been doing, like I said, the whole money box thing. With me not drinking, I really haven't been going out. Like I've been staying mellow. The only thing that I've really been anticipating, next week I won't be here, but I will be finding out officially the gender of my child. So,
yay, baby Peabody.
I know, man. To believe it or not, I think like y'all have known me for quite some time. I'm never one to be nervous. I'm very outspoken, aggressive sometimes, and that can also be like my downfall. I'm cool with like, for admitting that, but this week I've been very nervous. Like I've been very antsy. Like I have to know. Like if it's a boy, I already know the name for my son already. Like his name has already been made for him from like the past like 3-4 years.
So you've discussed this with the relationship. Y'all already.
Yeah.
Man,
see, I've always like wanted to like see, like I have names that I want, but I want to like see the baby and be like, okay.
I lost that battle. You lucky.
Oh yeah, no. It's not. This is, but I mean, if it's a girl, I do have a name for the girl, but I'd rather probably let her do that. But she may let me name like the girl. If so, it's still gonna be epic.
I think she will.
Yeah, I mean. So, I think I might cry, but
You'll
probably
cry.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna start
snotty tears.
No, chill out, relax.
You have a whole
chill out. Let's not
bubble.
do this. No. Don't do that.
No, I think, it's tears of joy. Like I don't think people take into consideration how important like a baby is.
No, yeah.
Like you're legit creating a life, and so if you don't cry or if you don't have some kind of heart tug, what's wrong with you?
Like the baby is like moving now. So that's kind of dope. I did cry when I heard that. Like it's this is a part of me. So I know on my side, on like the male side, I'm gonna broadcast not so much the baby, but broadcast, becoming a father. You know what I'm saying? I think it's for me it's gonna be epic. Because I've never had a father before. So, and I'm cool with saying, like, my dad was trash. A piece of shit, you know what I'm saying? But I know for me, I don't want to be that way. So, as months and days and weeks, as it gets closer, I'm getting nervous. I'm nervous. So, one thing that I don't want to do that I know my dad did as a father is fail. So, there will be no failing on like this side. There's no, no failing whatsoever. Can't happen. Won't happen. So,
well, I always say like, because I tell like my other friends because I was like once like my other core group of friends, I was like the first one to kind of have a kid. Well, besides my homegirl Bree, but I always tell them like, there's nothing that could prepare you to be a parent because there's no book you can read.
No.
You can talk to other people who are parents, but it's nothing. It's going to be that first-hand experience. And what I learned is that babies are going to teach you how to be a parent. That's the only way. That's how I learned. So if that's keep that in mind. Just your son or your daughter, when that day comes and when they're born, they're going to teach you how to be the best dad you can be.
Cool. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. I've kind of already like expected that, and like I said, there's no shade for any dad or mom, but I think for me, my mom, she gives me advice. I said, hey, you'll probably give me advice, or my friends as well, but at the end of the day, it's going to be me that's going to have to learn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So, shit like that, man. When it comes, I'll be prepared for it. Financially, I'm already prepared, but I think mentally, I can honestly say I'm not prepared, you know what I'm saying, for it yet. So once that day comes, then let's see what happens, man. But on that note, Social Complex, the podcast, will be back. Peace.
Tune in to Mogul Squared Media on the UML Podcast Network, where you can catch your favorite podcasts on all major streaming platforms: iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Play, and many more. You can find a full listing of all our podcasts on our website, Urban Mogul Life, where we create the content and you create the lifestyle.
And welcome back to the Social Complex podcast. So in this week's edition of Black Kulture, I came across a story about former NFL running back Marshawn Lynch. He's actually doing something that was real dope back home in his community of Oakland, California. So he's buying up a bunch of property to combat gentrification.
Yep.
Yeah, so I saw that, and so I want to read a quote of what he said. He was on the Bill Maher show, and he said, quote, "It's basically, for me, a lot of white people coming and moving into the hood and kicks everybody out that's there. I've been a witness of it since I was a small jitterbug. So, I mean, now that I'm grown up and I'm seeing it, I understand it a little bit more. While banging my head against people, I had the opportunity to make a couple dollars. So, therefore, I started to go and buy up real estate in the area where I grew up in order to give people an opportunity for housing."
Now, like, what is he going to be doing? Is he funding housing for people, or does he have an actual plan?
Not funding it. So he's I think he's going to buy up the property, probably and some land. So like if there's already apartment buildings there, he's buying that. But I think he's also buying land to build future properties as well for for our people. So like I said, to combat gentrification. So I thought that's a really dope thing. I think his playing days are over. So he's definitely a philanthropic move by him. I thought that was a really dope move.
You think he could probably run for like senator or something?
Yeah,
those are like steps that he's taking, though, right?
When you got he's a black man he's 100% for the people. He's when you see him speak and when he does interviews, he's very honest and just transparent. So I think he would definitely get the black vote if he ever decided to run for like mayor or senator of Oakland. Yeah.
Would you vote for him?
I would. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Guess what, man? Let's play a game real quick before we get started. With the shits, man, because we got a lot of shit to talk about, especially from last week's episode. A lot of y'all motherfuckers had a lot of good choice of words to say about us men. Us black men. So we're gonna nip that in the bud shortly, man. But I want to play a game. It's called Name 3. So I'm gonna read off a couple things. So y'all have to name 3 things that I talk about in less than 60 seconds. Okay.
All right.
So who wants to go first?
Marcus,
you want to go first?
All right. Let's go.
All right. First one for you. Name 3 people you should never sleep with. 60 seconds. Starts now.
Crackheads.
Okay. 6 seconds.
Your cousin.
Okay. The obvious. Maybe like your ex, probably. Yeah. Oh no. Okay. Well, shit.
Yeah, an ex.
All right. Okay. All right.
Crack.
You fucked that one up.
Yeah,
Crackheads,
exactly.
your cousin, and your
I hope your
ex.
girl don't hear this episode. God damn.
I was trying to run the gambit of all types.
Like your ex should have been like the first thing you said. The ex.
I was about to say like your boss if you work for somebody.
Not sleeping with exes depending on if you're in a relationship or not.
He's in a relationship.
Your answer should have been your ex.
Yes.
For sure.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
I would love to be a bug in the household when she hears this episode.
He's gonna be like, we ain't record this week.
Yeah.
Something happened to the footage.
You ain't gotta hear it.
I think she would rather me sleep with my ex than a crackhead.
What if your ex is a crackhead?
See.
Wow.
Who is your cousin?
You ready, Jay?
No, but let's go.
Actually, no. This is it's called 5 seconds. So you should name things in 5 seconds.
The 5 second rule.
Yeah, it's 5 seconds. I just lied. Black folks can't never play a game properly, though. We always fucking up shit.
That's because you have to read the directions.
I know.
Where are the directions? I don't have them.
We don't have it in front of us. All right, Jay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. This does not include mouthwash nor taking a shower, okay?
Okay.
Because we're not going to New Orleans.
Let it go.
But we are going to New Orleans for my birthday, right?
You don't know what you want to do for your birthday because we have talked at least about 3 different things thus far.
We're going to New Orleans for my birthday.
We've talked about...
We're going to New Orleans for my birthday. We're going. It's official.
You know what? We'll talk about it when it comes.
New Orleans, get your bread up, New Orleans. We're going up. All right. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Name 3 reasons to be jealous. 3.
Ugly, money, big penis.
Ugly?
Mm-hmm.
Where does ugly come from?
I mean, if you feel like you're ugly, you'd be
jealous
of
pretty
somebody
people.
else. Yeah.
Good looking people.
Somebody has more money than you.
If somebody's jealous because they're ugly in 2010, I'm not even gonna say 19, since 2016 or 15, and y'all women have all these Instagram filters or Snapchat filters, something's wrong with you.
But you know, I really wasn't thinking about from a standpoint of myself.
No, not you.
But I'm saying, like, I would think,
Jay, if anybody, I mean, I'm not gassing at all, but if anybody flies somebody out to come to New Orleans, you can't be ugly. It's impossible.
Yeah, but that's sexual desire. That's not the same.
Would you have sex with somebody who's like ugly?
I have.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Men and women are different.
You're not the only woman
I know.
that's probably had sex with an ugly man.
I mean, there's a woman out there that's had sex with Kodak Black.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, you're a woman on a podcast. People hear your voice. Now people hear like your stories. Now people are probably going to start trying to put, you know, people together. Yeah.
People don't know who I have sex with. I don't bring those people around.
You don't.
Unless they've been posted on IG. You ain't gonna know. And
All
even
right.
then, you probably still wouldn't know.
All right. You got one more. Are you ready to like redeem yourself?
Let's go.
All right. Name 3 things. No, name 3 times faster is better.
In a car, on a plane, and at work.
Okay.
I would say 6.
Yeah, I was looking for that. I was looking for that. I got one for you, Jay.
If you like quickies.
See. I think we had that, like, you know what I'm saying,
We
question
talked
before.
about that, yeah. Who doesn't like quickies, though?
I do. Who doesn't?
I like quickies if we gotta go somewhere real quick, you know. Yeah, but I don't really care for quickies. I want like the real, you know.
If I'm hungry.
You ready?
Yes.
For like one more?
Yes.
Name 3 nicknames for a butt.
Ass, donk. I was about to say fatty, but that's not it. I don't know. I failed because that was more than 5 seconds. Butt?
Donk?
Donk?
Look at that donk right there.
She got a donk. There was a whole song about it.
Made by who?
I don't know.
Soldier Boy.
Fuck!
God damn!
Disrespect me, Draco.
Damn. The guy who's been everybody's, you know what I'm saying,
getting on my nerves.
That dude has did like 20 interviews
20
this month.
Oh gosh.
Hey,
that was a good song though.
But he's killing it, yo.
That was a good song.
He's killing it, man. But
I was fussing with Juice actually earlier today
about
on
what?
Twitter because he was like he's excited that the streams for Soulja Boy's Pretty Boy Swag and something else have jumped up.
Pretty Boy Swag.
Yeah, I was like I can't be such a hater. They bop a little
at that time period. Yeah.
At that time, but I mean you can still turn it on.
No.
So if Pretty Boy Swag came on today, you wouldn't be like...
Nah, there's only one song that I'm ashamed of that I'm a big fan of, Soulja Boy. He made a mixtape called Juice from the old from like the old movie Juice. And please don't laugh at me when I sing this. The lyrics go, Soulja got the juice. Soulja got the juice. Soulja got the juice, got them boys, salute, or something like that. So yeah,
that's your thing.
That's my jam. I'll probably still jam it at the gym too sometimes. So yeah.
I'm gonna see it come across my what are your friends listening to on my Apple playlist.
I get that too now.
that shit's crazy. Someone was
wait. So,
yes, I can see what you listen
people,
to.
People like it's like you can friend request somebody on Apple,
but you don't have to even friend request them. Because someone was like, why are you listening to that? And I was like, why am I listening to what?
Wow. Whoa.
Yeah.
Stop. So if I'm jamming something.
Like it'll like if you click on a song and on your iTunes, it'll show who else likes that music, likes that song.
Who is listening to it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so not while they're currently listening to it.
I don't think it's while you're currently listening to it,
so
but it's the fact it's the fact that you listen to it. Because he was like, why are you listening to that playlist? And I was like, how do you know that?
I know we've had DJ Shantae on here, and me and her follow each other, but I follow her playlist. So, but I don't know what she's actually like, listening to.
I'm trying to see if I can find it for you.
Yeah, but like while you're doing that, man, let me we gotta clear this, airways real quick, yeah, because a lot of y'all, we made a post, or let me just be real. I posted the clip
show.
of a show from last week. And it was, you know, in response, let me see if I can quickly find it because I don't want to fuck up the actual post that I posted and y'all still get on me about it. What is it? Let me see.
It just says friends were listening to.
Oh, that? Oh, yeah. So you can see what I'm listening to.
Yeah.
Fucking stalker.
First of all, I didn't do it. I didn't know that you could do that until someone was like, why are you listening to that playlist? And I was like, how do you know that? And then they told me. And they don't even follow me on here.
That's crazy.
And the first thing that pops up on my timeline is Lex P. She's making moves right now, man. Making moves. Shout out to her. So our post has been getting a lot of recognition. This is probably one of our top rated posts that we've posted in a while. That you see like the views and the likes. Spanish women cater differently than black women. This is still going on. It's an ongoing issue. Me and Marcus, we dealt with a I'm not even say dealt with. We had a open like discussion, and it was actually good to me. Do you want to give his name some recognition?
A lot of backlash. No, I won't have to.
No.
Okay.
It was backlash, but it was
an open dialogue.
Yeah.
But
upset.
If it's an open dialogue or we're having a debate, my whole thing, don't get mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a platform for us to express ourselves, and by no way, shape, or form was I or EJ the guest before, or like even Marcus. I think somebody called me and said Marcus tried to defend us, but he didn't do it properly. Marcus did defend y'all. Marcus did a good job, in my own opinion.
I agree.
Yeah, this is a podcast. We do our jobs for you to listen, and technically we did our jobs because it got you riled up, it got you active, and you went back and forth with a podcast that you listened to. You actually listened to it. Yes, I did send it to you. You took the time to listen and, you know, break down each and every single last segment that we did. You know what I'm saying? But don't call anybody names in. To the person who called me a coon.
They said that?
Yeah, they called me a coon.
Really?
But they know who they are. And I know who they are.
I mean, for real. Like, I think I talked to you. I saw when it was at 45 comments. Mm-hmm. And then it was like at
75.
No, I think it was 45. Then it went to like 60 something.
Yeah.
And then you were like, it was like 97. And I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to go back and read all of that. I didn't know it got that heavy.
Yeah. Call me a coon. We're having a debate right now. I'm going to respect you. By all means, respect me. You know my people. I know your people. Don't ever call somebody a coon, especially if you know this person.
That's rude.
It's. I mean, when it comes down to like name calling.
Is it somebody that you would see in public?
Yeah.
And you think that they would have that same energy if you saw them in public, or is it just because it's, you know, for the not that it's the same platform, but Twitter fingers?
It was Twitter fingers. Like, I know this person since I was 4 years old.
Well, that's social media. I'm not saying it's right, but you know, if you know, doing podcasts or doing radio, people are going to do that. So I mean, like I said, not saying it's right, but you know, like you said, it did spark a lot of dialogue, a lot of conversation. It's a very sensitive subject, and so people, you know, you had to expect people to get emotional when they were typing their comments to us. So, you know,
it is a sensitive subject.
Yeah, which it is. But my whole thing is, I would love to see somebody sit here right now and do the same thing that we do consistently, and it actually be good. I would love it. You know what I'm saying? We're giving you the platform now to comment on something. Don't take it away from, you know what I'm saying, from like everybody else because you want to get personal with stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's not cool. But, you know, we did hop on another topic, or we did post another one, and, you know, I think you had a couple of choice of words about somebody being submissive.
Me?
Yes.
Well, it was more so like, what is submission? So we talked about women catering to men. Mm-hmm. And I actually had a conversation with someone. We listened to the podcast, and his question was...
Together?
Yeah.
Quick question. Do y'all actually, after like the podcast gets posted, do y'all actually go back and like listen or like watch the whole thing?
I go back and watch video.
At work, I'll listen to it because I can play YouTube in the background, and I'll listen to it. I'll maybe like 15 minutes, and then I'll stop it, and then go do something else, and so kind of like in pockets. Because you know, I already know what we've talked about, and like I hate the sound of my own voice, so I'll listen for like 15 minutes, stop, and then come back 15 more minutes, and I'll kind of skip around, just to like, okay, oh yeah, I did say that and shit like that.
I gotta probably hear it about 4 or 5 times, editing.
Yeah,
20 so I hear it. So after I post, I honestly don't ever hear it again.
That's how I am with pictures. I don't want to go back and look at them. I'm done.
Like I hate this shit. Like after 4 or 5 times, like I'm done. Leave me alone. I'm done. But go back, man.
And he posed the question. He's like, you guys are talking about women being submissive, but I don't think that I think you guys missed the mark as far as men can be submissive in a relationship too.
It's true, yeah.
And it's not necessarily just being, it's not necessarily just catering to that person, but it's not, what did he say? It's being available to sometimes just pull back a little bit and not necessarily be he didn't use the term protector, but not to be the man in the relationship. If there's something that she wants to do and she wants, like, this is something that she wants to take care of, to just be respectful and just let her do it, like not necessarily interfere. And he's like, the topic of the conversation mainly was about women being submissive to their men in the relationship, but we didn't really touch on men being submissive to women.
I don't think that. Well, I think we probably could have, but that wasn't the topic at hand. But as far as us bringing it up now, I mean, let's like talk about it.
I think just the word submission or submissive, it has a lot. It can have a lot of different meanings to different people, and like. I'll give you a quick example. Like in growing up in my parents' household, right? Like both my parents worked, but like inside the home, like, me and my dad would cut the yard, but there was days where my mom would get out there and help us cut the yard too. Or she did do a lot of the cooking, but my dad's a great cook as well. And she would go pick up the dry cleaning from work and all of that. But like I think in somebody commented like they were equal as far as getting shit done around the house.
Yeah.
And so I think there's a lot of interpretations of that word. Some people were saying like, oh, so you just want the woman just to cater to the man and not do anything else. Like, no, that's not what we were saying.
Correct.
So there's a lot of interpretations. Everybody's gonna have their own description of what submissive means.
Jay, let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
What does that word mean to you?
Honestly, for me, it's about trust.
Okay.
It's about me being able to know that I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to think about it. If he needs something, I can say okay. And my normal self, I question everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, why do I need to do that? Why do I have to be here? And so if I am in a space where I feel like I can be submissive, and not have to worry or think or do or just be, that's what that means to me. And I don't get to that space very often. I can probably count on one hand how many times I've been in that space. And so I think it's if you're comfortable enough with that person, it's easy for you to be that way. It's not a challenge. But I think if you are in a space where you question if you should do it, or if you
why would you question it?
Like, there's a guy that I dated a long time ago. I was younger.
Be honest, yeah, go ahead.
And he basically, like, we were dating, and we were dating other people, but we were dating, and I wanted to be with him. And his response to me was, if there's a role that you want, you need to play that role. And I was like, I don't know what that means. What are you talking about? And he's like, well, if you want to be my girlfriend, you should play the role of the girlfriend. And so how I took that is that he wanted me to be submissive to him as far as not entertaining other men, being available to him, doing what he wanted me to do. And for me, I just was not going to do that. Like, as much as I wanted to be with him, I was like, nah, I don't see that would work for me. And then,
see, to me, that's not even a definition of submissive. That's just him being insecure. Yeah, and controlling. Yeah.
And that's most likely what it was.
Controlling.
Yeah.
And so for, in, other relationships, where I have been more submissive, where I would just kind of just like let things go and just let things flow how they are. Like, I didn't have those pickups or those handicaps. It was, I'm comfortable with who this person is and what we're doing.
I mean, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, I was raised in a single parent household, so I don't have that, cut the grass or so. So just Eric,
it's different.
Cut the grass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Eric, wash the dishes. Do this, do that. Iron my clothes so I get ready for work because I was, single mom. She had 2 boys. You get shit done for your mom so she can go ahead and provide for you. For me, being submissive, whether it's a man or a woman, I know for me, if I'm with a woman, I know she has 3 times to tell me something to do before I do it. If I don't do it, I'm gonna get cussed at.
3 times.
I mean, why not do it the first time?
Because the first time she's gonna say it nice.
Correct.
The second time it's gonna be kind of nice, but it's like, yo, I told you to do it. You know what I'm saying? You didn't do it. That third time, she's gonna come up to you and pop you. You know what I'm saying? Upside your head without question and say, yo, I just told you to do something, do it. Or as my mom would do, cuss the shit out of me and tell me to go do it. You know what I'm saying?
She's gonna pop you?
Yeah, pop me. Yeah.
Your mom or your girlfriend?
My mom would pop me.
Oh.
Yeah, 3 times. But that 3-time rule also works with your lady as well. She may not pop you, but she's going to say something in an aggressive tone, and that 3rd time you're going to do it. It shouldn't have to be 3 times. That first time you do it, get away. You know what I'm saying? I think for us, well, for me personally, either way, me being submissive is. It also has to do with providing as well. You have to show action and show gratitude and gain trust to get that submissive side of somebody. If you can't, for me.
Well, okay, for you.
Yeah,
because
for me,
I have dudes that'll just pay for stuff just because they can. So for me, it'd be hard to think that's him being submissive to me because it's happened before where it has more weight for you.
Yeah.
But it may not have more weight for another man.
See. I mean, for me, me asking somebody to do something and me not having to ask more than, for me, if I gotta ask you twice, I get annoyed. You know what I'm saying? The first time I ask, I'm not, and me, which I have to work on, I don't really ask too much anyway. So when I ask you,
don't.
I let things, yeah, exactly. I don't ask anyway. So for me, I put all weight on me. But if I ask you, I'm gonna ask you, see how it goes for a week or 2. If it don't go, I'm gonna ask you again. After that, I'm doing this shit by myself. You know what I'm saying? But, asking questions, providing, and for me, trust. If I can get all those 3, components all in one, I don't mind, bowing down or you asking me something to me, hop into it. For me, I don't mind bowing down to my queen if I'm doing all those and, vice versa. But it has to be, teamwork, you know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this. Can we, if y'all agree with this, I look at it as submission is I'm putting my partner's needs before mine.
Yeah.
And then getting that reciprocated to you. And then, and that way y'all are, they say, equally yoked in the relationship.
If they can do that, yeah.
Yeah.
And show it.
And so, she just said, somebody posed a question about men being submissive too. Yes, men can be submissive. And then, I also think, I think where a lot of people got upset with you is when the clip that you posted about the Latino women or Hispanic women, because that's who you're with now. She's a mixed Afro-Latino woman.
Yeah.
And I don't think that by you saying that you meant that black women aren't submissive either. And I think a lot of people took it that way, which sparked the whole...
They heard the clip and they wanted to hear what they wanted to hear.
Okay.
The clip did just that though.
The
way the clip was created generated the buzz that it did for a reason. There could have been more, there could have been less. So the clip was a trigger clip.
It was.
Even when I reposted it, I was hashtag triggered. It was black. And that's what it was. It's like I told you, it's hard for black women to hear that stuff.
Yeah,
but they go back and hear the clip for the ones that had an open mind and they heard how we even got to that topic, then they would know.
Yeah,
which some people did.
I think part of it's because of the climate that we're in, and black women get shitted on all the time, and it's kind of it's hard for us to hear one of our brothers say something like that, and for us to not feel a certain way about it. That's all. It's I understand all angles of it because I was in the room, I heard the discussion, I heard the dialogue, I know you outside of that, but I think that was part of it. If I didn't know you, I probably wouldn't fool with you though, based on that clip. Real talk. Like,
it's like every time there's a conversation or / debate about women and submissiveness, I think people try their best not to bring race into it, but it's hard because race is going to eventually leak into that conversation. It's going to break down.
Yeah. It's going to break down on different levels of it.
I think a lot of podcasts probably don't want to even talk about it because they're afraid of going that route. We're not here to be on like the left side with everybody, or correction, on like the right side with everybody. I'm willing to go left. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think Flaw from like the podcast brothers, he made a post, or he made a post, a question. Would you rather have everybody always agree with you and like everything that you post, or would you rather have people debate you on some of your posts? I want that debate. You know what I'm saying? I want that open dialogue. I want to go to where we probably never gone before. Take me there. You know what I'm saying? Take me there. If we don't go there, then we won't ever know. I'm tired of everybody always wanting to be politically like correct. No, let's have an open discussion. That's the whole point of a pod. That's the whole point of like a debate. Let's put out some facts if we can, provide these facts if we can, or put out some opinions from our own personal experiences, and let's talk at a round table. But how dare you call somebody a fucking name? You know what I'm saying? When I know your story just as well, I'm not gonna call you no fucking name.
Well, you know, people hide behind these screens.
They hide behind, but I think they also call names where they don't have anything else to talk about. The last thing they do, they try to take a jab at you. Nah, I'm gonna kill you with my words. I love my mouth. I love this tongue. In so many ways. I can fuck shit up, you know what I'm saying? But let's not go there. No, but you know what I'm saying? On that note, man, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Into Mogul Squared Media on the UML Podcast Network, where you can catch your favorite podcast on all major streaming platforms: iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Play, and many more. You can find a full listing of all our podcasts on our website, Urban Mogul Life, where we create the content and you create the lifestyle.
Welcome back to Social Complex Podcast. This is Peabody right here with my right-hand man, Marcus, and the beautiful woman behind the scenes, Jay. What's going on?
Hey.
Hey, man, before we get out of here, man, I want to give a shout out to everybody who did listen to the show last week and was very intriguing. It was, I actually loved last week's episode, honestly. Not so much from a standpoint of the actual recording, but from the comments on Facebook, IG, and especially on Twitter. I love the feedback, you know, that energy that like we feed off on. So most definitely shout out to everybody who was tuned in 110%. Anything I want to say?
And EJ, thank you so much for being on the show from the Problematic Safe Space.
Most definitely. What about for you, Mark?
Shout out to all our listeners, YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Also, please remember our website, www.socialcomplex with 2 X's. .com if you want to check out all of our episodes. Buy a t-shirt.
Buy a t-shirt.
Yep.
Buy a t-shirt and check your titties. All right, man. No. Also, man, look, man, mama, I love you. Next week, you know, I'm going to find out this gender. Hopefully it's a boy.
Yes.
If not, you know, it's a girl. It's going to be a queen in here. So, yeah, let's get it. Love you. Bye.
Peace.